And then lastly, and we'll dive in. I can get more of your thoughts on the other guys, but most importantly, I thought this was a huge move today, bringing this guy back, Bryce Hall, to add to your corner room. We thought of this guy as potential corner number 3 last year, potentially pushing Jamel Dean for number 2 role to be a starter. So, just your overall thoughts of those guys coming in, and obviously bringing Bryce Hall back as well.
I think Bryce Hall is an awesome addition. Again, given the price point, he would have had a real opportunity last year had he not gotten hurt in week one.
Yeah.
With the corner room, we know that Dean's probably due for a couple games of being hurt. So having a veteran there, again, whether it be cornerback or safety, I think you're going to see we've already signed one now with Bryce Hall. We signed another one with Vildor, like you mentioned. I
Right.
think you're going to at least see a drafted safety, and I know for a fact you're going to see a day two corner.
Hello, Bucks fans. Welcome back to Real Bucks Talk. And today's video, we're going to talk about Bryce Hall coming back to the Buccaneers, and what does this mean for the secondary, especially at the cornerback position, and how Bryce Hall really improves the cornerback depth. This is a guy who, yes, has struggled with injuries, but when he has been on the field, he's been really good. Evident by his 2021 season, which I know is a long ways away, but when he was on the field, he has produced, he has played well. Even in 2023, when he was a limited player, I thought he did a lot of good things on tape. He fits the mold of the Buccaneers defense as far as playing really well as far as a zone cover corner, a guy that can, play in space and operate as a zone defender. Click and close is there. Um, but when you look at it, I mean, adding a guy like this to a 1 year deal, he's signing the vet minimum, so he's not going to cost a lot. Just given an opportunity to come back and, you know, really show what he can do for the Bucs and be a contributor as a number 3 or potentially even number 4 corner. And that's really the big emphasis of why I think I'm so excited about this move, and why I think others should be, because when you look at the depth chart, and now you have Zion McCollum, Jamel Dean as your 1 and 2 corners. And I know a lot of fans were like, well, how is that better for us going into this year with those guys being the return starters? Well, you have to look at it this way. I mean, corner position is a very volatile spot on the field. You're going to have ups and downs. You're going to get beat. You're going to have, things happen. And unfortunately for, Jamel Dean, injuries have played a big role. I know a lot of fans wanted to move on from him. And I understand that. I was one to, maybe go out and get one of these bigger free agent names that were available, but at what cost? And we saw the cornerback market explode this offseason with guys getting paid and the market resetting. So with Jamel Dean at 13.5 million, you have him for a really good value. Zion McCollum is coming into his own, and I expect him to take another leap, especially with this being his second year starting full time. So I think you're good there. I think Zion can be that number 1 corner for you. And then you have Jamel Dean, who is an ideal number 2. And even if he gets hurt now you have more reliable depth in the addition of Bryce Hall to come in and either push, a rookie that is most likely going to be drafted, like Ken Barrett said in the video there. We're going to draft a corner at some point, whether that's round 1, round 2, or round 3. It's going to be a corner, in one of those spots. I truly believe that. So you add a rookie corner in that could come in and challenge Bryce Hall for the number 3 spot, or even challenge Jamel Dean for one of the starting roles. That just improves your depth so much, and much better position from last season of having to rely on Josh Hayes and Tyreek Funderburk because of injuries that took place. So now you have at least a solid 4 players at the cornerback position in Jamel Dean, Zion McCollum. You have Bryce Hall. Kendall Vildor, who I think is a very good corner 4 or 5 for you. And now with the draft coming up and your ability to add a secondary player at corner, that's going to come in and hopefully provide some impact for you. If at the very least he's going to provide special teams value and he can push these guys to make them better. So I think that's so important to, have that in the back in your back pocket for the Buccaneers defensive coaching staff, and it allows you to do more things in your playbook when you know you have capable corners out there. You can be more aggressive. You can do different things among the defensive calls. So, with that said, I'm really excited about what Bryce Hall is going to bring to the defense this year. I think he is still a very capable player, a very good player. Now we just got to hope he can get some better injury luck and stay healthy on the field. I know that's been the premise with our secondary over the last several years. It seems like everyone at some point goes down with injury. So hopefully that can turn tides and we can have a healthy Antoine Winfield. We can have a healthy Tyke Smith and have their corners, stay majorly healthy. It's been an issue around the league. I mean, a lot of corners do get hurt at times just because of the position and what they go through. But hopefully, for the Bucs' sake, with Bryce Hall coming back, we can have good, viable depth that can be there in case injuries do occur. So I think that's why it's so appealing that the Buccaneers did a move like this, and knowing that they're going to add to it via the draft, and you're going to bring in a corner that can really help you out, and push that talent, hopefully either to another level, of the other guys, or make the rookie better and he takes a step forward and becomes a starter sooner than later. So a lot of good things there. I think this is again another smart move by the Buccaneers, and we'll see how it plays out going forward and see what happens in the draft. But right now you have to feel more confident about the cornerback room as far as what they've added with Bryce Hall and Kendall Vildor, and they're going to add draft picks to that position. So it's going to be a much deeper group than it was last year. And who knows, maybe it pushes guys like Tyreek Funderburk and Josh Hayes to maybe improve their games as well. So I like it. I think it's going to be a positive for this Buccaneers team moving forward. So with that said, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to hit the like button, comment down below your thoughts. And with that said, until the next one.